Yo, SojuTalk Nation! On this week's episode, we're covering fuego releases from WJSN Chocome, Golden Child, Weki Meki, Pentagon, and NCT. We'll also be cooking up some spicy news coverage, including the most prolific idol producers and BTS online concert success. So prepare your body, turn up the volume because we coming in hot. Hit me with that intro! Hey, what's up everyone? This is SojuTalk, your weekly shot at K-pop. We're coming at you with a super spicy episode 108, and we're recording on October 12th, 2020. I'm Doug, and joining me today we got Warren.
Hey, what's up everybody?
And Anita.
Hello.
And as a quick reminder, check out SojuTalk on your favorite podcast platform, sub to us on YouTube, and join our Discord and be a part of the SojuTalk Nation. Alright, no announcements again. Let's just get into it. So we are now at part 1 of SojuTalk episode 108, where we discuss big new releases, choose a spicy song king, and hit you with the music show winners. Boom. Alright, this week and next week and the following week are full of songs. Like
every
tons.
week.
This October's nuts, but
We're doing 5 again, yeah.
this week we're covering 5, yep. So on October 7th, Wednesday, we have WJSN Chocome, their unit debut with Hmph. We have Golden Child with Pump It Up. On October 8th, Thursday, we have Weki Meki with Cool. And then today, on October 12th, Monday, we have Pentagon's Daisy and NCTU's Make-A-Wish birthday song. But let's start at the top with WJSN Chocome and Hmph. So they are from Starship. They debuted back as WJSN as a whole in 2016. Last 3 songs but as a full group were Butterfly, As You Wish, and Boogie Up, 8 music show wins so far. And the Chocome unit consists of Luda, Subin, Yeoreum, and Dayoung. All right.
So like the whole Chocome thing, right? That's like a pun for like people who are small and like tiny.
Correct.
And coincidentally, yeah, these 4 people are the shortest members of Cosmic Girls, you know?
What's the average height then?
Small. Small. That's the average height. All right.
What y'all think? Let's get the obvious elephant out of the room with this track, right? Like, it's quite retro.
Yes,
in
yes it is.
strange ways. I think I saw a lot of people like compare this to the obvious like comparison has been like Orange Caramel.
Of course.
But I also feel like I get a lot of like just general early 2010s vibes, right?
kind of
Like,
agree with that, yeah.
Styling, yeah.
right, the costuming, the styling, the music video, the music style itself, the whole the instrumentation choice and whatnot feels like something like Shinsadong Horangi did. Do you guys know what that is? Like,
I do know who that
he's
is.
a composer who did like Roly Poly with Tiara. You know,
yes,
like,
Tiara, very much
right.
that.
This is like
Yeah.
straight up in that era. Like, I heard the intro and I was like, is this Gentleman by Psy? Like,
I mean, if you heard the intro, you actually heard their song Secret first.
okay, well, yes. After that,
That was a little okay, when that happened, I was honestly really confused, and I thought like I had the wrong thing playing until I saw it was on the screen. Overall, for me, I'm very mixed on this song. I really liked it upon the first listen, right? I was like, this is cool.
Okay.
It's weird. I like Orange Caramel, so I was like, this is kind of in that same direction. I'm like, that's kind of cool. Something about this song for me, though, like lost its novelty value after like the 4th listen.
it doesn't last long, is what you're saying.
Okay, I think it's maybe because I found the song to be really like one note throughout the whole thing. And I felt like I also felt like it just didn't like end up anywhere. You know, like I don't know. What do you guys think?
I mean, I feel like that's a general pattern with like tracks back in like the early 2010s to begin with. Like, it's pretty
A
simple.
loop.
Right. There's a fair like bass loop with very like that like the Dutch house, Dutch bounce kind of like aggressive bass. You know, like.
Well, I was gonna say that yes, there's a retro feel, but I guess I can't help but compare this group to that sound and Tiara and Orange Caramel and how they did this concept, and the biggest like lack for me in this song and the concept was this need to have like a stronger like theme. I don't know. I feel like there was too much at the same time, if that makes sense. Like, yes, I got the costumes, but if I think back to Orange Caramel, they very much committed to like one specific concept in a particular comeback. Like if I'm thinking of Catalina, like that imagery and like the storyline in the music video, like yes, it was a little bit out there and fun and not very like typically serious, but it had like a very strong concept, so it worked. But for me in this one, I feel like it kind of lacked that.
I also feel like with those older songs, because they knew they were kind of one-dimensional songs, they came with some like really catchy choreo in them.
Yes.
I just don't feel like the choreo in this one was like memorable enough. Like, yeah, they do the thing and then they do this, but that's like it, right? They do the double horns and then you know, I don't know.
Where they like put out their leg like to the right and like up and down.
Yeah,
up and down,
they do that a
thing.
bunch of times, right? I don't.
Yeah.
I like the song, right? I think it's fine. It's just like I listened to the song maybe like 5-6 times today, right, in preparation. After like the fourth or fifth listen, I'm like, I'm not gonna gain anything else from this song. like I don't know.
Yeah.
I do like it though. I think the unit itself is like a really good mix, and I think it's funny. I think
I like
this
the concept, the idea
I think this
of
is
it.
Dayoung in her best like form because she's kind of trolly. This is kind of trolly, so she fits this so perfectly. One thing I noticed in the music video, I don't know if it's just me nitpicking, but I felt like the mouth to track sync wasn't great a couple times.
Okay. I definitely noticed that, and I felt like the music video production in general was a little like could have used a little more money and time, you know, like
There's one part, right? Yerim is singing, and it's right before the second chorus, and she says like they do a certain note right before the chorus starts, and it doesn't sync with what it's on the screen, and I was like, that was a little strange. And then it wasn't even like the only time that happened where I thought the sync was a tiny bit off, and maybe because we watched so many music videos in preparation for the podcast, like it's quite noticeable for me at least when something like that happens. I don't know.
No, it was very strong, and like I said, I felt like the music video, like kind of going off of what Anita said, it felt like it was going in a lot of directions, and they tried a lot of things. And in general, it feels very early 2010-esque, but it doesn't feel. If it came out back then, it probably would have like got like lost in the mix, like lost in the sauce per dog. You know.
Oh yeah, this really stands out today though, for sure. Right? Like
but like. But on the other hand, like it doesn't really add to like an already existing genre. Like it's well explored. They tried a lot of things with it. It went a lot of directions, and it ran its course. Why are you bringing it back now if you're not going to add much to it? Is my question.
I want to see more of what this unit can do.
Yeah.
Like, I think this is a good start because it's like they've really established like this is what we're gonna try to do, right? Like this is a very strong statement from Starship and from this unit, and
right.
I'm really curious as to what they do going forward because like I kind of like they had the trolley thing. They had like the 4 colors going on that was very vibrant. I like the vibe. I'm happy that people are still doing this style of music. I just felt like the execution wasn't 100% there yet.
You know what I got though in terms of direction? Like I felt like it was like generally aimed at like some of the older fans.
Okay, that's an interesting way to put it. Yeah.
Right. Cosmic Girls is one of those fandoms. Wuzong is one of those fandoms where there's a fair bit of people who are like in their 30s, 40s, 50s, whatnot. And if you think about where Momoland went with Boom Boom and how that was much more popular with the older generation, I kind of see this in a similar direction where they're trying to target their already existing generation of listeners that are like much more prone to liking this kind of music, like
it's like, yo, let's get the boomers, let's do it, boom boom all over this place. I get it. Overall though, I think it's a very interesting move. I'm okay with this. I do find it very earwormy. Maybe like me saying I was getting sick of it isn't the right thing to say, but like I do think it was stuck in my head a lot of the day. Like all right, I think that. Oh, stop. So that covers Uju Chocome's Hmph. Let's move on to the next song. So we have Golden Child's Pump It Up. They are from Woolim, Warren's favorite company. They debuted 2017. Last 3 songs were One Lucid Dream, Without You, Wanna Be, and they have 1 music show win. Pump It Up.
Were you pumped up?
Honestly, this was unexpected, and I really enjoyed this song.
Right?
In a good way.
Yeah. Yeah.
They started off with like that Jackson 5 I Want You Back type thing in the intro. It was really influenced by that. I was like, this sounds like a Jackson 5 song. Straight up. If you think about their last two releases, One and Without You, this is a totally different direction because they had been going typically dark for the last like year or so.
Mm-hmm.
And to come out with this one, when I saw Golden Child was this week, I was like, are we probably gonna get another like meta dark-ish song, a little bit of electronica thrown in? Dark. This was not that. But what were your initial impressions of this one?
I feel like it's interesting that you mentioned that because yes, I feel like lately this is kind of the direction the darker vibe has been where they've been going, but Golden Child kind of started with this in the beginning, more bright, more youthful. So I kind of feel like, so it's like they're not forgetting that kind of side of them as well, and it's nice that they can incorporate it back and forth. So I think it's good.
Yeah. You can tell it was a really bright song because the lights just came on in my room. That's what I got, and like I thought, here was my frustration with the previous concepts, where like every boy group in existence was like, oh, we're gonna be dark now. You have a lot of eyeshadow, like we're standing around in the dark. That's what they were doing, and I was like, what sets you apart? And Golden Child, if I think about Golden Child, this is the kind of image I had. And like this is playing off really well to that. So I that's where I thought it really made sense. And production-wise, everything kind of works too. It it has a bit of that Motown thing going on. But once we hit like the chorus and whatnot, we have like the synths and like it feels like a modern twist almost. And everything works out really well. So it was a really fun, bubbly track that.
Yeah, this one was really surprising to me. They did not have the best time on Road to Kingdom. Quick spoiler if you haven't seen the results of that show by now, but they were the first group eliminated on Road to Kingdom. They did not have a great time. Overall though, like they're super solid. That was my biggest takeaway. Like I was impressed. And I like the music video theming because like we've been getting so many dark ones. This was light. This had a lot of like close-ups of each person. So I was like, okay, I could recognize this guy. They had some storylines going on. There was like a movie theater. There was a lottery scene going on. I thought they established these like little sets really well throughout the music video. And I was able to latch on. Obviously they didn't mean a lot, any of that, right? It was kind of just happening these random concepts. But at the same time,
Yeah, I like that they didn't try to do like anything deep though, like because like
for sure.
A general trend with like K-pop nowadays is like, oh, we're deep, we have this underlying theme, and like we have a plot, and like that's fine, but like at the same time, like when I'm thinking K-pop, I'm thinking about easy listening, I'm thinking about something to play in the background while I'm dancing, right. And in that aspect, pretty enjoyable.
I like the sets too. They had an office set. I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah, I like the outfits in that one.
They did the shipping container thing. I kind of like that too. Like
oh yes.
I don't know. I like shipyard set. I guess.
Quite popular. Yes.
Yeah. Warren seems confused about my shipyard set over here.
Okay, I went back and found the shipyard thing, and I was like, that's a strange thing to like.
No, I kind of like
right,
it.
But the color is really nice.
The colors, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. It's everything is blue. They're wearing yellow. So I mean, like, go blue, go Michigan. Y'all know I'm.
I would say, in terms of the song itself, the only concern I might have is that it's so light and fun that it doesn't feel like it has the most weight as a song. Maybe that's just me. I just felt like. When I watch this song, I have a really enjoyable experience. I'm like, oh, that was pleasant. That was nice. And then I move on to the next song real quick.
Yeah, I mean, for this, honestly, I wouldn't expect this to blow up. Like, would I expect this to be like another like big hit, maybe getting more wins? I don't know. I don't really expect it, to be honest. But I also feel like it is refreshing, not just because of the type of songs that are coming out from boy groups right now, but also from them. In like their lineup of comebacks and how they've been pretty dark up until this point. So it is, I don't know, I think it's it's a breath of fresh air, right? So I don't mind it.
Yeah. I think post Road to Kingdom they needed to reestablish themselves, and I think this is a really good first step in doing that because I think that while they're on Road to Kingdom, I bet you Ulim was watching it and it's like everyone's just doing the dark concepts with like dark narratives going on. We need to switch it up to stand up again. I mean, not stand up, stand out again. So.
But they stood up for themselves too, so like.
Yeah, technically, yeah. I like that they're choosing to go in this direction because I think this is honestly a stronger move for them than to do dark concepts overall. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I hope we get more of this in the future.
Yeah, this was a really solid song from Golden Child. Let's move on to the next one. October 8th, Thursday, we have Weki Meki's Cool. So they are from Fantagio. They debuted 2017. Last 3 songs, Oopsie, Dazzle Dazzle, Tiki Taka, Zero Music Show win so far. This song.
I have a feeling Doug is not going to like this track.
No, this song is so good. This song is amazing. Like, bro.
Okay.
This is... I don't know how to describe this. If we had Certified Spicy still, this would be Certified Spicy for me. This is...
Wow.
Oh my goodness. I don't know how to express how much I like this song. I was thinking about, how we talked about like our top songs of the year like a month or 2 months ago, right? This would be in the contention for that list for me. That's how much I like this song.
Wow.
What about you, Anita? Initial impression of Weki Meki?
I also really like the song, and I want to start off talking about like the track itself because I feel like they've been going in this direction since their previous song. Yep. I think, yeah, let's see, sure. Where it's very chic, very high fashion vibe, runway, and I think it's really, really good. I like
it's so good.
The title fits the vibe of the song, right? It feels very cool, like very, very nonchalant, and I don't know, without really doing too much. I don't think the track itself is really that complex, I don't think, but there's a lot as far as like sounding kind of expensive, if you know what I mean.
It's the whole idea of less is more,
Correct.
Did you like this too, Warren?
Man, I really liked it.
Yes.
I would also put this on one of my favorite songs of the year. Like,
yeah,
that's
right.
How much I like it.
This is. Oh my goodness.
So like, it's a deep house track, which is like where you get a lot of the whole like fashion stuff from. And it's a little behind the trend that aspect, just a little bit, I think there was a time where like 2 or 3 years ago, tech house and deep house was really big. We're a little behind that, but I do think they provide a lot of new things that have not been explored in mainstream K-pop, which is like really cool and really interesting. The first couple seconds was a little bit awkward, just a little bit, but I think after that, it really took off, and there was a lot of right. There was a lot of interesting points, and I really have to give it out to them for that.
Specifically, sorry, I was gonna talk a little bit more about the track.
Yeah, keep going.
Because for me, what kind of set it apart was the pre-chorus, because it kind of slows down a little bit, and they get more like a melody, more vocal heavy, and then it goes back to the like very kind of chanty chorus. I don't know what to call it, but I don't know. I think that the contrast of like you could picture like the beat of like walking like a runway, right? And then it goes to the pre-chorus when it slows down a little bit, and there's like a I don't know who sings the pre-chorus, but it kind of like seems to go down and then it kind of picks up again where it left off. I don't know. I liked that vibe. I thought it was really nice.
That was really nice about the song, because like if we're talking about typical deep house, like it could easily get very like repetitive for pop standards and like kind of boring. But the pacing of like taking a step back and like going back into like cool, like that part, and like I think that was like done really, really well, and the producers was like on the game with that.
Can we get more of this type of stuff from them? Like I like that they're doing these for their last 2 songs. They need to commit to this sound, a more mature sound, because like their older stuff, like Tiki Taka, is just not it. I honestly, for me at least, this is it. Additionally, so I know historically everyone was saying this is like a Doyeon Yujung two-headed monster group. That's about it, right? They were spreading the wealth, I think, pretty well this song. There's one girl, I looked it up. She has had short hair for a long time.
Lua.
But Lua with
Yes.
Lua, she had the short hair with the green highlight in the front.
I love
Oh
her
my
hair.
goodness.
Oh,
that
man,
was
she's badass.
chef's kiss. Mwah. That concept thing. Mwah. That was so good there.
All of the styling though was so nice,
point,
so
on point.
pretty.
Honestly, I
Real
also...
quick,
Oh, okay.
I didn't like Yoo-jung's choppy bangs.
Oh, I didn't like Yoo-jung's hair color either,
Tiny
to be
short,
honest.
Tiny short, yeah.
Okay. I thought I was the only one. Okay, we can.
So she
Oh my goodness.
she was splitting rap duties with another girl named Lucy. I thought she did really well too, Lucy specifically.
I kind of liked Lucy better with the rap rather than
I
Yoo-jung. to
I
be
agree.
honest.
I agree. There was
Yeah.
like this confidence about Lucy's rapping that I was really into. I was like, dang, she killing it. And then I saw Lua with the hair, and I was like, oh god, like I think Lua's the bias in this group. I don't have a bias in Weki Meki.
Oh.
I'm gonna declare for Team Lua. I'm also gonna declare for Team Weki Meki. They on my list of groups I like now.
Nice.
Like, this song has convinced me that I need to give them more attention. You know, might start watching the side YouTube content of their group. You know, that's how I know when I
good.
like a group is once I start watching like the random fan edits and things like that.
Yeah.
Overall, though, I want to talk about Weki Meki. It is so surprising to me that they are the winners of the IOI Produce 101 Season 1 battle of the groups. I think they've officially won it. So the groups that I'm talking about is obviously Weki Meki, Pristin, Daya, Gugudan, and I wouldn't really include Ujusonyo because Yeonjung was added after the fact, so I think they're in a different category. But out of Weki Meki, Pristin, Daya, Gugudan, it seems like Weki Meki's won it, to me at least.
Survival, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah. Survival of the fittest. They fit themselves into cool.
Man, I did not have any faith in Fantagio to do this type of stuff, but they have been proving me wrong with these last two songs.
I think they're on a good
wow.
track. You know, if you get a couple more bangers like this, I would be really interested to see where they go because
Yeah.
there aren't the girl group tracks this year have been a little underwhelming. Not gonna lie.
Okay, I can see
obviously
that.
there were a couple that I liked. But they kind of blend in a little bit. And this really stands out. And I'm really, really excited to see where this goes.
Yeah, I watched some of the live stages too. They absolutely killing it there. I think so. This came out on Thursday. I think I've listened to this song about 50 times since then. Like I got this one on repeat straight up. This
I watched
one,
live stages. I love the
Yeah.
live stages.
and I don't think I've ever Googled like a Weki Meki live stage in my life before. But it happened. Wow.
I didn't watch the choreos or anything, but I did make a new playlist with this track and like a bunch of like other deep house track that
Yes.
are like
Runway.
very
Yes.
fashiony. Right. The runway like Balenciaga kind of vibe, like with Kid Millie and like Geary Boy and like
Ooh.
Honestly,
Yeah.
for me, if you're gonna listen, actually, there's a couple songs I would recommend, but I completely recommend Weki Meki's cool. Let's move on to the final two songs. Today, October 12th, Monday, the first one is Pentagon's Daisy, so they are from Cube. Debuted in 2016. Last three songs, I'm gonna butcher this name. I think it's Basquiat, Dr. Bebe, and Hmph. Zero Music Show wins so far, which I think is really surprising. I had to look that one up a couple times.
Actually, yeah.
All right, Pentagon. This one's an interesting song. Something about it felt really familiar to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
I was trying to
I
figure
agree.
out, is this at one point I was like, is this like an angsty Big Bang type song? I was trying to, that was like the vibe I was getting from it. I don't know.
the
At least-
melody and like the chord progression is like very Korean, right? Like
right, yeah. It felt like
Yeah,
those
it's, like, funky.
angsty power ballad type things that we used to get. It feels a little dated, but not in a bad way, to me at least. I thought it was a fine song. I think Hui's vocals really shown off in this song, particularly now that Jinho's in the military, so he has to hard carry the vocals a little bit, even like a little harder than he usually does. I thought he was the real standout for me. Initial impressions though, what'd you guys think of Pentagon's Daisy?
I definitely agree with what you said about it sounding familiar because I did think like, oh, this kind of reminds me of a previous rockish sound that they've tried before.
Yeah.
But with I believe that previous song was much brighter, right? And this was taking the more emotional vibe, more sad, moody type of vibe. But I don't know. I don't know what it is that made it sound so familiar. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Maybe it is like that more typical melody progression, maybe that you would find in like a pop song, I guess.
Right. It does. The melody line feels like something I've heard, a couple times before in different tracks. I think it's understandable. It's nothing that breaks the mold, but it's they did what they did. That being said, I think this track is kind of game breaking.
Really?
A little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a little game changing. What's one genre trend that we have never seen in K-pop right now that is like super popular all over the world? Guys, emo rap.
Emo rap.
This is K-pop's take on emo rap, right? This is like
okay.
K-pop's method approach to like stuff like XXXTentacion, like R.I.P. I didn't say that name correctly. Or like like Ash Island, or like like Sake, or like C-Jam in Korean rap.
I kind of get it now that you mentioned Sake, because Sake had a song. Was it called Fire? Is that what the name
There's
is?
a lot of songs like this from Sake.
No, his song. I remember the music video because it's like very interesting and it's very rockish but very moody with like a rap thing to it.
These songs have a very they're very emotional. They're like very angsty. They have a very like rock instrumental, but with a complete trap drum set. This is like complete trap. There's no rock drums in this. This is complete trap with like a whole guitar thing and like a
so
very
it kind
rock
of fools
thing.
you, yeah.
Right. So this is like essentially we're taking all the stereotypes of Korean emo rap, but with like a lot of like Korean K-pop-ish melodies. So essentially we're achieving things where people are like, we can't do that in K-pop. That's not a thing. But now here it is.
How much did you
now
like
we
this?
Have a whole new.
Did you like this?
Yeah, this is my second favorite track of the whole week.
Oh, okay. Wow. You know
what? Yeah, it's
game changing. The thing is, I kind of agree with you, sir. I was also thinking that too. In my internal rankings.
I think depending on the mood, I could probably listen to this more than Weki Meki, to be honest.
This song, just something about it works really well. It just feels like it's familiar, but it's like I might make a food reference. You're eating something. You're away from home. You're in college. You go to some restaurant. You eat something, and it's something about it tastes a little familiar, so you like it more. That's what I'm getting with this one. I don't know. I'm trying here. I'm trying with this analogy.
You know what? I'll add on top of that a little bit. It's when you grew up in an Asian family, Asian household. You're always eating your mom's Asian food. You don't know what she puts in it.
Nope.
And then you go to college. You try the dorm food. You try the dorm Asian food. Oh my goodness, fake Asian food, not good. And then you go to the Asian restaurant. You go to the little like Chinese restaurant with like the sign kind of falling off and whatnot. And you go in and you take a bite, and it's that taste.
I feel you. That's what this is.
And you go ask your mom, and you go ask the chef what they put in the thing, and you figure out they both have MSG in it. That's what it is.
Yeah, no,
that's the connected.
No, this song's good though. I'm surprised that, because normally I don't like more angsty songs in general. I'm more like, obviously I think a lot of people would listen to Weki Meki's Cool and be like, that's a song Doug would probably like, or something of that nature. But this one surprised me by how much I liked it. I honestly think. I think it's a shame that Pentagon hasn't won a music show, and it's gonna be tough too, because it's packed right now as well. Because they came back in like the death of October, like the death zone. Like it's crazy right now. I will be surprised if they win their music show, win their first music show this time. I do think that if you look at their career, they deserved one at some point. We personally.
Bebe. I think
we gave Dr. Bebe Certified Spicy back when it was a thing, but they didn't win with that one. I do think Pentagon is still on the rise. They had a really good showing on Road to Kingdom. They came, I think, in second place. Well, at least in my opinion, they came in second place. I don't know if they literally did.
Oh wait, no, they were third.
They were third? All right, but in my mind, they did. Yeah. In my mind, though, I don't know what place they were in, but they felt like they did well on that show, and they were building momentum.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll have to see though. But overall, positive reviews from us.
Yeah.
For
Also, quick shout out because Yenan is back. So he was a member that was gone from the group for a while, but he's back.
Welcome back.
So one member went to the Gundae. We got a replacement, y'all. We bring another guy back. Same number. Our formations. We don't have to do the formations.
Oh,
maybe not. Well, I don't know. But let's move on to the last song. So this is NCTU specifically. They released Make-A-Wish birthday song. So they are from SM. NCT as a whole debuted in 2016. The last 3 songs, I think these are like all NCT songs. So it was Turn Back Time, Punch, Ride, and Kick It. 19 Music Show wins as a thing. NCT as a whole. There was also 2 track videos. So they are from NCTU's Misfit and NCT Dream's Deja Vu. These track videos are like short videos that are just showcasing the song. They're not full music videos.
right.
Additionally, Make the Wish is an NCTU song. NCTU is a subunit, but the lineup is not fixed. So it's like whoever they want to put on a song, that's who's in NCTU at the moment.
Yeah.
So this song consists
whoever
of...
Mr. SM wants.
Yeah, so
Yes.
this one consists of Taeyong, Doyoung, Jaehyun, Lucas, Xiaojun, Jaemin, and the debut of Shotaro. And then additionally, NCT recorded 1.12 million pre-orders for their album NCT, the second album, Resonance Part 1. And NCTU is officially confirmed to be performing on Mnet's M Countdown, which is the first time someone's from SM has appeared on that show in over 2 years.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Maybe they're friends again. Wow.
Apparently, I think there was some other news regarding SM and Mnet. Oh, the reality show is going to be on Mnet as well. You remember?
Wow.
Oh, wow.
So they it seems like they've like come back together. But let's talk about Make-A-Wish birthday song. I could
Yeah.
do this all day. Back it up.
Captain America.
Oh.
Oh, my goodness.
All right. This
right.
song is like, I think this song's a lot about just the vibes. Like
Oh.
this song has me vibing. I don't know how much I like this song though. It's a vibe though. Anita, let us know how you think because you're the NCT fan in the house.
Yeah. Well, I think I saw the teaser, right? So I had an idea of like kind of where it was gonna go, but I didn't expect it. I didn't expect the whole song, the way that it came out. Very interesting. Also, want to give a shout out because I was looking at the credits for this song, and Pinomiko is in this.
Really?
Very
Oh,
interesting.
okay.
Yes.
Oh, wow. As a writer?
Yes, I believe so. So I don't know. I would love to hear like his rendition of this song because he also worked with EXO for Tempo, and I liked how he performed it. I think he performed it in the show, and it was really cool. So just interested to see if that ever comes out. But as far as the track, the whistle thing, very interesting. I didn't know if I was gonna like it. I think it's a hit or miss for most people. I think. I don't know what you guys thought of that.
I'm still trying to figure out this song to be honest. Warren, you could say some words.
I think you're having trouble with that because there isn't much to figure out. It's kind of a flat, simple song with the loop, with some 808s, like with like the whistle.
I actually honestly I had in my notes quote kind of one note a little bit. That's what was in my notes too. Is that what you're getting at?
Yeah, this is all a very nice way of saying that the song is a little boring. Doesn't really go anywhere. Because when it's not like I'm having trouble, right? Because like if I'm thinking K-pop, I'm thinking about a lot of dynamic, like exciting emotion changes, and we don't get any of that. Instead, where they're committing to more of like a chill, laid back, club banger kind of vibe. But like, it's not dirty enough to be a nice club banger either. It's like kind of like, right? It's the goody two shoes club banger. It's like, oh, I'm gonna party today, but my mom said I should be back home by 11 p.m. kind of like. It's
the thing is, I kind of get what you're getting at there, though.
See, yeah.
I feel like I kind of agree with some of those comments though, because I do feel like I was expecting there to be like a higher point in the chorus or in the song in general, and I guess it never really took it as high as I thought it would go. But I think it like you say, it was a choice of giving that up and having that emphasis on like the lower tones and just keeping that vibe for that aesthetic, right? Of being cool, not doing too much. And I don't know. I think personally, I thought it was pretty good in that sense. Like it sold it to me as far as like cool, not trying to do too much. More emphasis on the aesthetic, right? Of the song.
I wrote swag score of 100. I don't know what that means, but this got a swag score of 100. I thought the outfits were looking cool. I like that Gucci track jacket that I think Taeyong was wearing. Speaking of Taeyong, I thought my boy Lucas was looking fine. Yo, that kid's a good looking kid, straight up. He was all over the place. You know, Taeyong was doing his thing. I think they pushed him forward more on purpose, you know. I can see why they do it. I thought that the music video had some Middle Eastern vibes going on.
It does.
They whipped out the Persian rugs all of a sudden, right? Like there was a lot of Persian rugs going on.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think the pun, like the theme they were going on here with like the title of the song, right, was like they're genies, kind of, or that kind of concept, right? Make a wish, right? Okay. You know, I think that's what they took it.
Nobody in blue face paint? That's what I would expect.
No.
Okay. That makes so much more sense. You want to know what I was thinking? I was like, maybe this is supposed to be like a club in Dubai or something. Like, I was really confused. Like, that makes so much more sense now. Because I was like, why are we going with this theming? But if it's supposed to be like an Arabian Nights type thing, that makes way more sense to me than what I was thinking.
I'm gonna argue against that. I mean, like, if they wanted to go for like the birthday, like genie wish thing, like they should have committed a little more into it. Obviously, blue face paint is a little bit of a joke, but like, I also got like Arabian club banger vibe, like, you know, like Dubai, you know, rich people vibe,
like a flexing, like I'm rich, you know, get that oil money flex, you know, like
right.
I don't know. Overall, yeah.
Oh, sorry. I was going to add on, though, that this song has an English version, which is included in the full album.
Okay.
And they switched some stuff up in the lyrics. So
in a good way or a bad way?
I don't know. It depends. It depends what you like, I guess. But
that was passive. That was passive. It was like it depends.
No. I mean, it's honestly, English lyrics are fine. Like, you can tell that somebody was working on it and they were familiar with that. Like, an English speaker like wrote it down and kind of wrote it for them. And I'm actually wondering if that was the demo. If the demo was done in English and this was the original lyrics, and then they rewrote it in Korean, which I think is kind of what tends to happen sometimes.
I think it could have been, because I'm looking at the credits right now, and the composer people who wrote the Korean version of Make a Wish birthday song is written down as both the composers and the lyricists for English song. So,
Okay, well, definitely check out the English version if you're curious. It definitely takes a more what's the word? Like a more risky, a more
dirty,
sweet tooth.
Yeah,
I know how to nibble.
Grimy.
Yeah,
ice cream, no flake, lemon drizzle.
Yeah, so
chocolate milkshake, just a little.
Okay. No.
Also, shout out to Shotaro, because I thought he did really well in the music video.
Yes.
You can definitely tell he's very comfortable with the dancing, because he stood out a lot when he was in the center, and like his solo shots. I thought that was really nice. So.
Yeah. So, Anita, if I understand correctly, we're getting a music video next Monday as well, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
From Home.
All right, and I think From Home is a ballad in 3 languages, is if my memory serves me right from last week.
3 languages.
I think it's 4.
4. Okay.
English, Korean, Mandarin,
Japanese, Chinese. Yeah,
Japanese.
Yeah. So I think it might be 4. So it's gonna be a ballad next week, Warren. Sorry about that, but I'm down for more NCT concept. But content, not concept. But in terms of other releases this week that we unfortunately have to skip, there's a lot of them. So A-Lee released the song When We Were in Love. Kyuhyun released Daystar. Dawn released Don Diddy Don. Not Don Diddy Don Don. It's just Don Diddy Don featuring Jessie. That one's interesting. Go check that out.
I really liked that one. Check it out.
the feature is great on that song.
Yes.
Ju Honey released a mixtape, so he had 2 music videos though. One is called Intro Ambition, so clearly that's an intro. The main one is Smokey. And then I don't know the translations, but I've seen Refund Expedition or Refund Sisters. They released Don't Touch Me, which achieved the perfect all kill today.
Oh.
That is the concept girl group from the show Hang Out With You, which produced SOC 3. So they're doing girl group this time. The members are Jung-hwa, Ihyori, Jessie, and Hwasa, and they achieved a perfect all kill. They dethroned BTS's Dynamite from number 1 on all the charts, but honestly, that was in week that song has been around for a while now, so eventually it was gonna fall off of number 1. But kind of crazy, you know? It's out. If you think about it, it's out charting Blackpink week 2. So that is some food for thought as well. But we are now at Spice King. So Spice King's the segment where the crew will decide which song reigns supreme. So the Soju chart will be evaluated in terms of song quality, spice, and listener fatigue, and songs that place number 1 on the Soju chart will be proclaimed this week's Spice King. All right. So the Soju chart from last week, episode 107, first place went to Blackpink's Lovesick Girls, which picked up its first crown. Second place was Super M1 Monster and Infinity. Third place was WeI's Twilight. And the candidates, of course, are WJSN Chocome Hmph, Golden Child's Pump It Up, Weki Meki's Cool, Pentagon Daisy, and NCT U's Make-A-Wish birthday song. Whew. All right, guys. I want some big changes this week, personally.
I agree.
Changes to all 3 spots, or
I want to remove at least 2 of these songs at a minimum.
I agree.
I agree, but I know I'm thinking a different song than you do.
Okay, first of all, WeI's Twilight, I think we gotta remove that. I think congratulations to them for getting on the chart last week,
Still
but I
good
think
songs. Yeah.
I think objectively we're gonna remove WeI's Twilight, right? That's fair. That's gone. Let's go around. First thing, what songs do you want to add to the chart this week?
Okay.
Okay.
I'll go first. I, of course, want to add Weki Meki's Cool somewhere in there.
That is
And
cool with me.
I know I'm going to be in the minority here based on your comments, but I've been listening to Make-A-Wish quite a bit. I think I'll keep listening to it for a while.
You are tripping real hard, Anita.
No, I'm not.
You know the thing is, the chart I want to make also includes Make-A-Wish birthday song.
Oh, no. You're the real one.
So if all right, let me give Warren, what songs do you want to add, and then we could give our perspective charts.
I agree with Weki Meki.
Okay.
I would like to add Pentagon.
I was stuck between Pentagon and NCT, so that's why I said a minimum of 2, because I would be fine with adding all 3 and removing all 3 that's on the chart right now. That might be a take though. I was okay with doing that too.
Okay, I'm gonna make a hot take. I am okay with removing Lovesick Girls by Blackpink.
And you want to keep Super M another week?
Yep.
Are you serious, Warren?
I'm being serious. I'm not joking. I'm not.
Wow.
I think.
Oh, can I make a comment though?
Anita's not like that song. Yeah.
I've been listening to a lot to this song because I feel like, oh my gosh, why am I not seeing what Warren is seeing or listening to? And I figured it out. It's the combination of the 2 songs, because I listened to Monster and Infinity separately, and it makes so much more sense in that way, where they're combined in one. It just feels a little too choppy for me.
Oh, I kind of like the combined version.
Okay.
I do.
Well, I don't care. You agree with me, so therefore we're keeping on the charts.
Here. Okay, let's go around. Let's go around now. The easiest way to do this, we could do like our little point system thing. Each of us are going to say what chart they want, right? And then we will go from there.
Okay.
I'll go first.
Okay.
I'm going to do some things here. Okay.
Okay.
I want Weki Meki's Cool to get first place. I really do.
Okay.
I really do. Second place. Ooh, I gotta make a game time decision now.
Choose wisely, Doug.
I want to put
Don't do it, Doug.
Pentagon's Daisy second.
No.
There you go. Big brain,
And
man. Big brain. Big
I
brain.
want to put Make a Wish third. I want to get
Okay,
rid of all
okay,
three songs
alright.
on the chart this
All right.
week.
All right.
You know what? I'll make a political decision this time. all
No,
right?
no, no. Don't make a political decision until after you give us what chart you actually want. That's the best way for us
Well,
to do
I
this.
was kind of split between two songs with Super M and this other song. And I think you guys are right. I think it's had its kind of course. I think I'm the only advocate of that track at the moment. I know. I think I recognize where I need to step back and step forward, and I'm stepping forward with one track. But let me go with 1 and 2 right first. I would like to put Pentagon on first, and then Weki Meki on second.
Okay. Okay.
However, I could go with the other way around as well. I'm kind of okay with that. They're kind of split between for me. That being said,
Third.
You want to put Super M third?
third.
You could do that. If you
no,
want.
I'm putting Golden Child on third.
Wow. Okay.
Actually, I like Golden Child, but
You know, the first thing that's interesting is that the two of us want to get rid of all the songs on the chart. That's kind of crazy. Like that's never happened.
I thought I would be the only one that wants Blackpink off of the list, to be honest.
I've listened to it a bunch of times since.
Uh-huh.
I think it's a good song. I just don't think it's great. That's what I've come off. And also they did what's that Savage one? They have a one called
Pretty Savage.
Pretty Savage. I saw the live stage of that one.
Yes.
That one was good.
Yes.
Yeah, that's how I knew that's how I knew personally that Lovesick Girls just wasn't it on my personal the Doug list that I got going on in my head. But Anita,
Doug list.
what chart do you want this week? Without any influence from us, what chart do you want to argue for?
I don't have a preference for 1 or 2, but definitely Weki Meki and NCTU. And for third, I could go Pentagon or Golden Child because I liked both for different reasons, but I could see myself listening to Daisy a little bit more because it is
Okay.
so interesting.
So you got Pentagon there, right?
Yeah, I'll go with that for now.
All right.
But NCTU on that list. Oh my goodness. NCTU has had better tracks in the past. Let's be honest. This is probably my least favorite NCTU track from like between their title tracks. Like I'll be honest.
I see.
And I followed them for a bit. I followed them since like 7th Sense. Like
I know.
wow. Yeah, but that's when we became friends in the first place. Remember, like
Yeah, that year.
yeah.
So I did some quick maths, right? Quick
Yeah.
maths.
Yep.
yeah.
So I basically, what I normally do is whatever song we picked as first place, I give 3 points, and then second place 2, and then third place 1. And then because both of you were either could be first, I gave them each 2.5 points, right?
Okay.
Weki Meki is by far first place. Like, it is by far. Okay, wow. Weki Meki's cool.
Wow.
It's first place on the Soju chart. I think that's the one we can agree on. At least everyone had it either first or second on their ballot. So, okay. Wow, the Spice King this week is Weki Meki's cool. Wow. All right.
Kind of unexpected.
So that is first place. We got to figure out the rest, right? Pentagon has 5.5 points. NCTU has 3.5, and then Golden Child has 1. Unfortunately.
Oh, oof.
Are you okay, Anita? Are you okay with NCTU getting third on this chart, or do you want to argue as to why it's better than the Pentagon song?
See, I didn't. My goal for today was to just get it on the chart.
Okay.
Make a wish on the chart. That's the first battle. But I know for preference, I know that I kind of have been listening to it more than Daisy from Pentagon, and I know that I'll be listening to it a little bit more, especially once the live stages start coming out, because I think the choreo is really interesting as well, but you don't really get to see it as much, so I would put it a second over Daisy.
Okay.
Wow. I think you should be happy it's on the chart.
Ooh.
Excuse me.
Well, that's what
My
I
goodness.
said. I knew I was gonna fight
Yo,
for this
Okay.
one.
Okay. You know what?
Yo, Steven, my boy, Golden Child over here. My goodness, my
No,
children.
They're good.
I mean,
Look.
it's good. It's just doesn't act, as I said when we were talking about it, I just feel like it doesn't got the substance, man.
Nah.
If we go based on our scores, then we end up with Weki Meki first, Pentagon second, NCT third. I'm kind of
Alright,
okay with that. That is the chart that I wanted overall. That's the one it averages to.
Oh my goodness.
Warren, and
I'm
what are you
unhappy
most
about
what are you
NCT.
what are you most angry about? The Golden Child, like, and that NCT's on the chart, right? That's your falling off
I
point.
can't believe it. Yeah, I would rather actually, like, to be frank, I ranked all. How many tracks did you have? 8 tracks. I ranked all 8 tracks. This week.
8 tracks.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Do you have 7? I can't tell.
There's 8.
NCT was second from the last.
Oof.
So considering that, I was like, that is kind of wild. But again, I mean, I recognize that the math does not lie.
Okay.
And
Let's
I'm a science
go with
believer.
the
I cannot
numbers.
Fight against science.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
officially, the Soju chart for episode 108. First place, we have Weki Meki's Cool picking up their first crown, Spice Kings this week. Shout out to Weki Meki.
Yay.
Unexpected, but an amazing song they dropped. Second place, we have Pentagon's Daisy. And in third place, we have NCTU's Make-A-Wish birthday song. I could do this all day. Okay. Yo, honestly, I thought it would be more of a mess. I know we don't all agree with this chart, but I think the one thing we agreed on was that Weki Meki song was really good. Like, that was the consistent theme.
Cool.
But we are now as show winners. Anita, hit us with them.
All right. So on Tuesday on the show, the boys, the Steeler,
Hey.
won. So they had their third win on
Wow,
Tuesday.
wow.
Then the following day on Wednesday on Show Champion, there was no chart or winner.
Mm-hmm.
But on Thursday, once again on M Countdown, the boys had another win with the Steelers.
Wow,
so they're
wow,
up
wow.
to 4 total wins with this comeback. Big shout out to the boys because I really liked their song and I wanted to put it on the chart, but Doug and Warren didn't let me. Okay, then on Friday on Music Bank, BTS's Dynamite won once again. And then on Saturday, Show Music Corps, BTS's Dynamite won once again. So they're up to 18 total wins.
That's nuts.
Amazing. And then
They're getting
finally,
crazy.
yeah. Oh my. Then on Sunday, on Inkigayo, Blackpink's Lovesick Girls had its first win. So congrats to them.
Wow. Yo, 18 wins is
Congratulations.
nutty, right? 18 is crazy for one song.
Wow.
I think it's correct in saying that that's the song that they've released with the most wins ever.
Is it?
I'm not saying that it's the most wins ever for a song. I think it's for like a BTS song.
For them.
For them, I think beats. Because I think Boy With Love had their previous high with 16. I want to say. I could be wrong though. But correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section. But I'm pretty sure that is correct. But we are now at the end of part 1 of Soju Talk, episode 108. If you are listening to the audio version, sit tight. And if you're on YouTube, head over to the episode 108 part 2 video. We'll be back after a short break. 3, 2, 1.